Hello, my astounding Algebra 1 students. Let's have another summer adventure together. Today we will continue solving multi-step equations. We're going to solve each equation and check our answers. The first equation that we're going to look at will be 5 times the quantity 4 plus x divided by 6 equals negative x divided by 3. We're going to use our cross multiplication property to solve this equation. So we're going to say 3 times 5 times the quantity 4 plus x equals 6 times the negative x. We're going to do what's inside the parentheses first. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times x, 5x. 6 times negative x is a negative 6x. We're going to apply our distributive property again. We get 60 plus 15x. Bring down the negative 6. Here I'm subtracting 15x from both sides. As you see here. Then we get 60 plus 0 equals a negative 21x. We add 60 and the 0, and we get negative 21x. Divide each side by negative 21 to undo multiplying by negative 21. We get x equals a negative 60 over 21. And we want to see if we can reduce this fraction to lowest terms. And 3 times 20, 60. 3 times 7, 21. So that we have x is equal to a negative 20 over 7. Now we've solved the equation. Now we're going to check it. And when we check it, always remember to rewrite the original equation. Then we're going to substitute in for x, which is what I've done right here. So it's 5, 6 times 4 plus a negative 21 over 7. And remember, there's a negative 1 in front of the x in the numerator, so that's negative 1/3 times negative 20 over 7. We can only add and subtract fractions when we have like denominators. So we're going to change everything to sevens. 28 divided by 7 is a 4. And 28 minus 20 is 8. So we have 8 over 7 inside the parentheses. 2 will go into 6, 3. 2 will go into 8, 4. 5 times 4, 20. 3 times 7, 21. So we have 20 over 21 equals 20 over 21. And the problem checks. Let's look at a second example that we have, which is 8 times the quantity m minus 6 minus 3m equals 7 times the quantity m minus 9 minus 3. We use our distributive property. 8 times m, 8m, 8 times negative 6, negative 48. Bring down the negative 3m. 7 times m, 7m, 7 times the negative 9. Negative 63. Bring down the negative 3. 8m minus 3m will give us a 5m. Negative 63 minus 3 gives us negative 66. Let's subtract 7m from both sides, getting the variables on one side and the constants on the other. Here we have negative 2m minus 48 equals 0 minus 66. Then we're going to add 48 to both sides. So here we have negative 2m plus 0 equals a negative 18. And negative 2m plus 0 will give us negative 2m equals negative 18. Undo multiplying by negative 2 by dividing by negative 2. And we're getting m equals 9. So that's our solution. Now we're going to check it. Remember that when we check this, let me get this straighter for us. Remember that when we check this, we're going to write the original problem and then substitute the value that we got for m, which was 9. We do what's in the parentheses first. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 9, what, 0. Then we're going to multiply. 8 times 3, 24. Bring down the negative 27. 7 times 0, 0. Bring down the negative 3. 24 minus 27, negative 3. 0 minus 3, negative 3. And the problem does check. Let's look at a third and final example that we're looking at together. Here we have the problem. This is our third example. We have the problem. Y divided by 6 minus 7 divided by 4 equals y divided by 4 minus 1 over 3. We would like to get rid of the fractions, the denominators. So we're going to multiply by the least common denominator, which will be 12. And I'm multiplying by 12 over 1 because everything I'm multiplying by here is a fraction, and I want to distinguish the numerators and denominators. So if I multiply the two numerators, I get 12y, to denominator is 6. This gives us a negative 84 over 4 equals 12y over 4 plus 12 over 3. But see this negative sign, so it makes this negative 12 over 3. Then we can finish simplifying. 6 will go into 12y, 2y. 4 going to 84, 21, but you see the minus sign, so it's minus 21. 12y divided by 4 gives us 3y. 12 divided by 3 is 4, but we have the minus sign. We're going to subtract 3y from both sides, as you see I've done here. And we have 2y minus 3y, negative 1y. Bring down the negative 21. 3y minus 3y, 0. Bring down the negative 4. And we're going to continue this. So we have here 1y, this is negative 1y, minus 21 equals negative 4. We're going to add 21 to both sides. We get negative 1y equals 17, but we want to find out what a positive 1y is. So we divide each side by negative 1, and we get that y is equal to negative 17. And when we get the solution, remember we have to go back and check this. And when we check, remember to rewrite the original equation. And wherever we see the y, we put a negative 17, which is what I've done here. We have to work with each side separately to show that each side is equal to the very same thing. The least common denominator for 6 and 4 will be 12. So I have to multiply this 6 by 2. But if I multiply the denominator by 2, I have to multiply the numerator by 2. This 4 by 3, this numerator by 3. This 4 by 3, numerator by 3. Denominator by 4, numerator by 4. And we end up getting negative 34 over 12. We multiply the two numerators and two denominators. Minus 21 over 12 equals negative 51 over 12 minus 4 over 12. Here we have like denominators. So we simply add the numerators to get a negative 55 over 12. The same thing here, like denominators, add the numerators to get a negative 55 over 12, and it does check. Now, remember this is a video that you're watching. So at home, you can stop, rewind, and review. Stop, rewind, and review as many times as you need until you understand the concept. Thanks for watching.